I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. So I'm here at Tad and Kit's place. Kit is out of town doing some stuff, and I'm hanging out with Tad. So I thought it'd be good just to kind of hang out with you guys a little bit and talk. Tim D. What's going on, Tim? Thanks for joining me, man. What a fun time this has been. I've had such a good time the last couple of days. And yesterday, man, I'll tell you what, yesterday, it's really weird. The funny thing that you guys about yesterday, the video where the grenade video, Tim. Hi, Brandon. Brandon Brinning, what's up, bro? Mr. Wolf. Same hot sauce. So the whole thing with yesterday was really trippy. When we woke up, there was absolutely no plan to do the grenade thing at all. It just kind of took on a life of its own. I mean, really, if you knew the idea came quick, but then we sat around for like a legit hour talking about it because it was kind of scary. And then the test one we did, the test one was crazy. And here's the thing about that. Tad used to be a police officer, man. He knew what that thing was going to do. Justin, Lucinda, Roberts, good to see you. Robert Springs, good to see you. Thanks for being a Barella. Ryan Montes. Chad Matthews. No way, Chad. Hey, Tad.
What?
Chad Matthews is here. He's in the chat. I sent you an email just a little bit ago, Chad. You're a good man. Thank you. Ryan Montes and Brock Bandy. Brock Bandy, my man. Virginia. So anyway, Tad knew that the first one was going. Here's Chad. Tad knew the first one was going to be blow. If you go back and watch the test video,
that was just payback. That's all it was for all of us that have been tortured by this man. And he laughs at us. So
don't feel bad, right?
Yeah, don't feel bad.
Let me show you the really great picture I made. I'm going to I'll show you guys this. You get a sneak preview. Everybody else is going to see it on Instagram. Yeah. That's a picture I'm posting on Instagram. Tad's revenge. That's the moment he was just reveling in the joy after giving me a heart attack. I said, because here's the real thing. It was my idea, because right before I said, you know what? You had that test one. If it isn't a really big bang, it might be cool if I got in there and then you threw the thing in. And he's like, oh, let's try it. I think that'll be good. So I was standing right there thinking it's not going to be too bad. And it was way louder than I thought it was going to be. Man, oh, man. Tim D, hey, Johnny, time for a Tube of Terror rematch. See how many he can do. I have so many things coming up that are really crazy. Let me show you. Look at how this thing works. When it's made, there's a seam along the edge. And when the thing blows up, it blows the seam out. That's where all the powder came out of. There was a sticker on there that said Harvest 912. And when this thing blew, it was just gone. But, man, I'll tell you what. Today, I don't know if you guys saw it. I went out there today. We wrapped it up. And it was still bad. It was still stinging in there. And then the funny thing was, I touched the inside of the tent and licked my finger. That is just coated with chocolate pimentale. Walter John Burgess, good to see you. Tristan DeWitt, good to see you. How do you get your heat tolerance up? You know what, Tristan, do me a favor. The last video I did, the very last video, go to the end. And I always show videos here. Right here are all the challenges that have happened since the channel started. But right here is a new listing in the playlist that's called Pepperology. And in there, there's a video about how to raise your tolerance. And it's like a 35-minute video. It covers everything. Please check that out. It'll be really helpful. Farting is life. What made you become a chili head? How did all this start? My dad, Papa Scoville. I was a little boy and I asked him for a pepper. He was eating pepperoncini and he said, no, you won't like this. And I said, please. He said, no. And I said, please. And he said, no. And I said, please again. I just outpleased him. Finally, he said, fine, here you go. You're not gonna like it. And I ate it and I liked it. And that just started. Trent, good to see you. Super violent compression and pressure is no joke, for real. I don't know if you guys watched. If you go back and look at the test one, you can see the tent go boom when the thing went off. It was crazy. Ken, good to see you, man. You're amazing. Well, your tolerance is. Thanks. Justin, oh no, just me being me. There you go. Yesterday was the best video ever. Yeah, you know what? I can't believe I did either. Here's the weird thing. I did it. I kind of pulled the trigger too soon because I made the video and we sat around like the video's done. Should I upload it? When we talked about it, when it was still, we were in the kitchen. And the second I pushed it, was like, that's it. I have to do it now. So it was, it was a good one. You know what, Brock asked, how long did it take for the skin to quit burning? My back of my ear still burns a little bit here, and on my back it burns a little bit. But the milk was a great idea. I'm not kidding you. It was so soothing. It helped, and I had pepper in my eye, and it's the quickest my eye ever recovered from pepper in it. And I'd never put milk in my eye. And I was rubbing milk in my eyes, and I'm telling you, that was super helpful getting the sting to stop in my eyes. Rico Dorsey, good to see you, man. It wasn't so bad, Brock. I mean, I felt it, showering this morning, I felt it, but I knew that was going to happen. December Nice Guys, good to see you. Not burning anymore. Metal Music Maniac, good to see you. No, that was such a crazy video. Here's the weird thing. There's a lot of comments on that video. It's only been up, obviously, not even 24 hours yet right now. And it has 218 comments in just 24 hours. But there's a bunch that said, what do you do? Where do you go from here? Like, what do you do now? So I don't know. I'll come up with something good. I have a really good idea. I do have a good idea. Robert Springs, what comes around goes around. You know what's really funny about that? It's funny you say that because I was with Paul last night, and Shahina and Left Eye Pat and me and Kit and Tad. And we were sitting around, and Paul goes, you had that coming. I'm like, why? He goes, you say you're a masochist. You're a sadist. I said, no, I'm not. I don't like hurting anybody. He went, the Pepper Apprentice, your brother, Big Al, all the people. He goes, you love burning people. And I thought about it. I don't I would never like seeing somebody hurt who isn't a chili head, and that's not what they do. But when a chili head hurts, that's why we do this. So although I do get a pleasure out of watching friends of mine who like doing it get burned, Paul goes, you had it coming. You had that coming. That's karma, is what he said. Sam, good to see you. Pastralia, or what is it? Pastralia, pretty close to that. Good. Hope you're fine. Greetings from Germany. Thank you for being here. Much love and peace from Australia. Thank you, Matt. Matt's awake 6. Hope you're all well. Great to see you today. Thank you, Louis Cat. Chili Bill, good to see you, man. Taylor Crisp, what's going on, man? I haven't spoken in or ever. I'm glad you're here, man. Check it out. You're on a 5 on heat from 1 to 10. What would be the normal guy? Let's see. If I was at a 5 for heat on my 1 to 10, what would a normal guy be at? A normal guy. Do you mean somebody, a normal chili head, you mean? Or somebody who's like, what level of chili head are you talking about? Here's the thing. Like a 1 for me is a 10 or 11 for a non-chili head. Like a 5 for me would be a hospital trip for a non-chili. I'm not even trying to play. For a chili head, I'm usually like 6 or 7 points below a chili head. So a 5 for me is going to be a 10 or 11 or 12 for a chili head. And it's not a brag thing. It's just, if you do it every single day, it's going to happen. It's not like I'm not bragging. There's nothing to brag about. Mr. Wolf, a 5 for Mr. Scoble is a 10 for a normie. There you go. Bathed in tincture. No, I couldn't do that to Summer Nice Guys. That would be brutal. We've done, I remember cooking stuff in the kitchen. We have this big vat and a big giant paddle we're stirring, and we've sat around a million times. We're guys. We're like, how long do you think you'd last if you fell in there? We've had that conversation 100 times. And I don't know. I think the pain would be exquisite. I'll tell you that. Ken Lanigan, good to see you. I'm new here. Have you done the hot chip? I always figured it would kill me. I've done the hot chip several times. It's not going to kill you because it can't kill anybody. That chip didn't kill that young man. Sorry. It just didn't. I'm thinking about this for a minute. They said the chip killed my kid. They got the autopsy back, and they're keeping it private. Okay, they made an accusation that the chip killed him. If the chip killed him, or even if the water killed him, it would still be related to the chip. They would have been saying, look, I told you, but they're keeping it private. Do the math. You don't need to be Einstein to figure that one out. Galactic Yachts, when you receive peppers in the mail, they're usually just direct in the box, right? Yes, it is. It's usually just a flat rate box, Galactic Yachts. And I think you emailed me. If you didn't, you can. I haven't. It's been crazy. But I'm not going to be at my destination. I'm leaving. I think I'm going to be there Tuesday. So I'll be in Arizona Tuesday. So you don't even know the address there yet. How about that? I'll get it to you. Box to box, good to see you. Peter Bear, good to see you, dude. From the UK. Bad Goji. What's up? What an idea that some nights guys talk about a hot tub. Yeah, it'd be brutal, Brandon. I don't know about that, man. Shandance. Hello, Johnny. I'm getting chocolate habanero scents and wonderful pepper. First habanero ever. It's a good one. It's tasty. So you'd say a 5 for you would be a hospital trip or panic attack for a night. Yeah, I promise you. For somebody who doesn't eat chilies, a 5 for me, for somebody who doesn't eat chilies at all, even if it's not pepper pain, any pain. I just have a wicked high tolerance for pain. So like a 5 for me for somebody who doesn't eat peppers. We're talking about heat. That's somebody going to a hospital or an emergency room or urgent care center. It just is, man. Dre, good to see you, man. Hi, Johnny. Is it possible that your taste can be damaged? Nope, not at all. Good question, though, Andre. No, not at all. Here's what happens. If anything, it's just the opposite. For instance, if somebody's in the chat that was a non-chili head sat right here and ate a primatali with me, I ate a primatali, a chocolate one, and they ate a chocolate one, I would say it's earthy and smoky and has caramel notes and almost has a finish of a nutty, almost a vanilla finish on the end. And they would go, they have pain and nothing but. So the higher your tolerance gets, the more you taste. And you aren't limited just to peppers. Your taste buds are enhanced with everything. It's the truth. Ask anybody with a high tolerance. I wouldn't lie to you. Thanks for watching, though, Andre. Did I miss the drive? No, this is the drive, my man. Shooting Don. We're here. This is the drive. But thanks for being here. Jacob Deathridge, my man. Jacob Deathridge is the dude who grew the peppers that we stuck in this grenade yesterday. So here's what I'm doing. I have the shorts. I don't know if you guys saw that. The shorts had a horse on the front of it, and the horse's butt on the back of it. And I said at one point, get the horse because it's burning everywhere. So I saved those. I put it on here. I'll show you the post I made on Instagram. I did this today because if you aren't on my Instagram, you didn't see it. But look at this. It says the shorts. You can see the horse, and right there is right here is this canister. I'm going to be auctioning this off, and I'm not going to do it yet. I'm going to probably wait until after the reality show hits. And I'm going to auction that off, and every single penny of the proceeds is going to Harvest 912 to further what they're doing. I'm going to make a prediction right now. You ready for a cool prediction? 1 year, somebody should write this prediction down and then say, you were wrong. Or you can say, you were right. 1 year from now, September 28th of 2024, the video I did yesterday is going to be the #1 viewed video that I've done. Got a long way to go because there's a video with over like 1,100,000 views or something. But that video, I promise you, is going to end up being the most viewed video I do. And I'm going to auction off memorabilia. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in a frame. It's got it's going to be there with the shirt. I'm going to ship that off to somebody. I think it's pretty cool. 7-pot Primo sticks. I believe they got in today. That's what I heard. So they'll be shipping some out either tomorrow or the next day. Make the world's hottest cheese, or do you make the world's hottest cheese or cheese dip? I do not, Louis Cat. I don't make much of anything anymore. I'm still always and forever will be a part of Blazing Foods. But I am the crash test dummy at Blazing Foods. Every challenge you've seen, really since the beginning, all of them. No, not really the death nuts. I did not help with the creation of the death nuts, but I helped with the creation of every other one. So they'd say it's not hot enough, or let's make it hotter. Or this is what So, but I don't know when I'll be. We'll be making more stuff. You never know. Virginia, I'm glad you enjoyed that. And Ross, did you order the newest Mortal Kombat one? I did not. I can't believe it slipped my mind. I'll get on as soon as this video is over. Tristan DeWitt, if you have a high tolerance for pain, you should do a video with the Bell Life. I actually was in communication with them for a while, Tristan. We were emailing back and forth because they mentioned me in a video and I commented and we went back and forth a little bit. And I made a deal. I didn't make a deal. I made a suggestion. I said, we'll do a video just splicing what we do. So my idea was I'll bring a tube of terror or some hot thing. And depending on how well they did, all right, or how poorly they did, we'd shoot each other with paintballs, a paintball gun. What they don't know is I like pain. So, it's not that big a deal for me. So, but I don't know. it would be fun. It would be a fun thing to do. But here's the thing: they're really busy, and right now I have way too much stuff to even dream about taking off what I'm doing and go doing a collab with somebody. My sister, hold on, Sister Scoville. I'm doing a live feed right now. Can I call you as soon as it's over? Who loves you? I do. Talk to you later. All right. So, Clues, good to see you. This is Renfro. They're great. Doug's a good guy, too. Doug Renfro is a good man. It's the man behind Renfro's. Chad Matthews, man. I'm glad you're here, dude. We had such a funny conversation about you today, man. Chili Phil, I think it was the first to do multiple 2023. He exploded after I did it. Always a good time. Bernie Ernie, good to see you, man. It was definitely one of my. I don't know how I'm going to do I do have a couple ideas for some really cool things, but now here's the problem. When the car goes by, the dogs lose it. So here's the issue that I'm facing. It's not going to stop me. It's just going to. I have to approach my challenges a little differently. The challenges I have, like that I'm writing out, that I'm planning on, they're now at a place where they're going to all start costing a lot of money. I've done everything in the world you can. Like, listen, how many challenges are that you can go buy online? How many spicy challenges are there that you can go buy online? Maybe 30. If you went to every single 50, maybe. I've done 545 challenges. I make up 90% of the challenges because I've done them all. So I have some very good ones coming up, but they're all very costly because they involve traveling and just a lot of crazy things. So a lot of moving parts and a lot of people involved in it. So there's a lot of stuff coming up, but because of that, the big ones are going to happen. I'll probably end up doing 2 or 3 epic challenges a year, peppered with a lot of great ones in between. But there's going to be at least 2 or 3 really, really big ones, kind of like the one yesterday, which was so much fun. I got to be honest. I was so frightened to do that. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not scared to tell you. I was scared. It is what it is. But man, was that fun. It was so much fun. Do you guys like the little message I gave to YouTube? Like, that's what I do for a living. Stop punishing me. I want to tell you guys something. I don't know if I told you guys. I didn't tell you guys this. Maybe I did. Has anybody in the chat, there's 76 of us, has anybody here watching right now ever seen the flashbang video where I drank a whole vial of flashbang? Yeah, oddly enough, it came in a grenade, but it was 3.5 million Scovilles. Has anybody seen that? Because what happened is it's not even a great performing video. It was still a great one. I remember it like it was yesterday. But it isn't a super performing video. There's a bunch of people who've seen it. Listen to what happened. I think it's got like 40,000 views, which is nothing. But I did that video like almost 7 years ago. For real, it was the second month that I had the channel was going. I get an email from them last week that says, we've demonetized it and age restricted it. We feel it's not friendly for our advertisers or the audience of YouTube. So they said sorry, and they said, do you want to appeal it? And I appeal every strike. Not a strike. It wasn't a strike. It was just a demonetization and an age, they're age restricted. So I appealed it, and when they appeal it, they said they give me a chance to write a little blurb. And I'm like, listen up. I said that video is almost 7 years old. I've never gotten in real trouble with you. I'm not the content creator that you suppress or spank or try to punish somehow. I'm the content creator you push out because I'm good for your channel and I don't break rules. Pull it together. Catch your snap. And I sent them that message. Something to those lines. Mostly like that, actually. The next day, I got an email from them. I'm going to read it to you because it's so bloody ridiculous. Listen to this. The first thing says, your content, how to survive a whole vial of 3.5 million flashbang extract, is not appropriate for our audience. It is age restricted. The follow-up one, the next day, said, after reviewing your content again, we've determined that how to survive a whole vial of 3.5 million flashbang extract is appropriate for all of our advertisers and all restrictions have been removed. I had to read that. Honest to God, I called my brother. I said, dude, you got a minute? He goes, yeah. I said, I just want an appeal. He goes, what do you mean? I said, with YouTube on a video. He was stunned. He was, you're kidding. I've been a content creator for 7 years. I'm a YouTuber. How many YouTubers have been around doing this? It's a long career. Most YouTubers don't aren't that around that long. I do not know a single content creator that has ever won an appeal. Ever. Not even a joke. I'm serious. Yet I lost the appeal on the first plutonium video. It's age restricted and demonetized. And it's only allowed in a couple countries. I mean, most countries won't even let me. They won't even show it in most countries. That's ridiculous to me. Anywho. Yankee Kyle, you sober dude, man. Congrats. I'm glad you're here. Clues, good to see you. Yeah, I did 3 of those plutoniums. There might be a 4th. Yeah, you heard me. I'm serious. I think I probably will, actually. Box to box. Anything below a 10 for me is a 10 and above or panic mode for a non-chiliad. I rarely go into panic mode unless I eat a pepper and don't prep as well as I should. Panic mode is an interesting thing. Panic mode occurs when it's gotten higher than you've been before. Because in your head, you're like, it's hot. You can't think past what you know. So if, let's say, what you know is habanero heat, that's as hot as the world gets for you. There's nothing hotter. So when you eat something like a Reaper or something hotter, then you've gone someplace where you've never been. And when that it still begins to climb, once you're past the point that you knew as your ceiling of hot, that's when panic mode sets in, because you don't know how long it's going to go or where it's going to stop. I think it's fun. There's something about that. Okay, Pastrelli needs my advice. I love jalapeno and I want to step up the heat, but I tried a habanero, destroyed me so hard. Is it chili? It will not. No, you know what? Here's the deal. The problem, there's tons, but if they're not readily available, unless you know growers or if you're tied into a Facebook group. So what I would suggest to you, also go to the pepperology thing in the playlist and start and look at the thing about how to build your tolerance. Here's what I would urge you. Like most people in America, I mean, there's some that people that have gardens, some people grow, but for a lot of people who just get into it, your only choices are your grocery store. And in the grocery store, you'll have, jalapenos, you'll have habanero, you may have banana pepper, you may have some Fresno, you may have some Serrano, and that's about it. All right. So I tell people that are stuck in that spot, if you don't want to commit to jump in both feet and go on Facebook and get into a pepper group and buy a box of peppers, you just want to see, hey, is this something I think I might be into? That what you do is you start with a jalapeno. You don't even need to eat a whole jalapeno, because if you don't eat hot, a whole jalapeno is panic mode. It is. It just is. Now, if you get a rogue jalapeno, you can be a chili head. It can almost put you in panic mode. Sneaky pepper, man. But what you want to do is once you're past jalapeno, and I talk about this in that video about raising your tolerance. Once you're past jalapeno, what you do is you get a habanero, but you just take a little sliver of it. I mean, a little sliver, enough that you can just taste it, and enough that you can't really get a burn. And when you haven't got enough burn, you take another sliver until you get the burn that's comfortable for you. Then you stop. You know what the pepper tastes like, and you have an idea that it stings a little bit and it doesn't quite burn the same. And then just start increasing how much of a slice of a habanero you have, and maybe put it in some food, stick it on a sandwich. But that's the best way to go, because now you can jump in with both feet and jump involved with a Facebook group and buy a box of peppers from somebody. But then you're more than likely, most growers, here's what you got to understand. Most growers that you'll find in any pepper group on Facebook or even Instagram, they're not growing. Some are going to grow mild peppers, but most, it's how hot. Most growers just want to grow the hottest thing in the world. So you go on Facebook, no one's putting pictures of the prettiest jalapeno they grew. No, very few people are posting pictures of the prettiest, gnarliest habanero they grew. What they're putting pictures up are the gnarliest, the primitalis, whatever. So that's the route I would go. If you have more questions about it, go to the pepperology and look at that video. It explains everything really carefully. Mark says, my tolerance is growing because of your videos. No, it's not. It's growing because of the way you're eating peppers. But thank you for the credit. I'll take it. Thank you, Mark. And keep eating them. Death Nut Challenge. Whoop, whoop. Miss you. We miss you, dude. That's my partner right there. Mr. David Boy. Right there in the chat. Right there. You guys ever see Old School? There's the king. It's where he sleeps over there. That's a great movie, man. Miss you, dude. Thanks for taking care of me. Chili Phil, I made a mistake and did a cannonball eating half of the ghost pepper. That was pretty. A cannonball in the pool? That's kind of cool. It's a good idea. Big Al, you gotta be kidding me. I got Big Al in the chat. I got Dave in the chat. I got Ryan Karsher in the chat. Matthews in the chat. You know what? There's some stellar folks in the chat. I miss you, Big Al. I was talking about you. I shouldn't tell you. I talk about you a lot. I was talking about you yesterday. I was talking about you the day before yesterday. Sheena and Paul were here, and Left Eye Pat. They were asking me all about you. Hope you do good, Ryan Karsher. Some of us have a bunch of ahis. Yeah, your hot ahis are weird. Let me tell you something. Ahis are a different family. I don't know what you call it. Subspecies. I don't know what you call it. You have capsicum chinins. Those are your super ultrapods. Ryan Karsher has figured out a way to cross an ahi with a super hot. It's true. That's some like laboratory stuff right there. Look how fast I'm. I don't know how to slow the chat down. I wish I did. What's good, boss? Says Big Al. I miss you, Big Al, dude. Stan M says Big Al, what's up? See, you know what we were talking about? I talked about you a bunch of times yesterday. They were talking about how it was hilarious that, the whole, remember how, if you watched the video yesterday, the grenade in the tent, when I came out, it started when I started hacking and coughing inside the tent. When that happened, all the laughter ensued. And if you close your eyes, you can easily say, it's a Jackass video. Yeah, that's Johnny Knoxville, not Johnny Scoville. You could easily do that. And then when I dove out of the tent and they poured milk all over me, it's the laughter. Like I'm dying. I have pepper in my eye, in my ear, everywhere, and they're howling. Like it's the funniest thing. I'm croaking, and they're dying with laughter. The harder I'm hurting, the more they're laughing. And that's when they said, "You had that coming, dude. Look what you did to Big Al. What you did to David. Pepper Prentice, and you had that coming." It was ultimate payback. I'll tell you that. Buddha Davis, good to see you, man. Okay, well, I'm just going to stay on for a few minutes longer. I just want to stop in and say hi to you guys because I miss you guys. I love you. Oh, no. So, wow. So, Australia is a crazy place. Bree just got up there because this morning over there, and she sends me, she goes, "You're not going to believe what's out here." I said, "What?" She goes, "I have a possum on my fence." And that's a picture of a possum. Now, in America, possums don't look like that. Possums here are the nastiest things, but that's a possum in Australia. So she put a piece of lettuce up there to see if it would eat it. Anyway, it fell off the fence on the wrong side into where the dog is at. The dog tried to kill it. She had to save it. It's a capable woman, Brie is. Mind Games, good to see you. Texas hotspot. I'm envious of how much fun Johnny's having. Can't wait to link up with you again, brother, and do some crazy things together. Absolutely. You know what? I do have a lot of fun. I almost feel guilty. I have so much fun. And I earn it too. I mean, listen, yesterday was fun, but boy, it was traumatic. I was like, man, I was nervous. I had like most of the time I do things, I'm like, I got an idea. I know what's going to do to me. And there's been a few, like the first time I did the plutonium, no idea. The first time you do a big challenge, there's no idea, but there was a lot of guesswork there. And I'll tell you, even though I went in today, it was bad. So I got a question for you guys. This will be an interesting question to ask. Let me show you this. Where is it? This is the video of me in the. Is it? Hold on. No, here it is. Johnny Scoville, this is Chase Heat. You're about to see what happened on the inside. Let's do it. Okay, that's a funny video because you guys only saw it from the outside with the camera. I took the thing in with me and. So here was my question. I was contemplating the thought of rewarding all of the bus pass people by showing it in the bus pass first, like for a day or two, and then a day or two later, let everybody else see it. What do you guys think about that? I think it would be good just to reward the bus pass people. And I will let everybody see it. I'm just going to let them see it a few days early. You guys think that's okay? But boy, that was fun. I'm not kidding, man. It was crazy. If you want to have fun sometime, though, don't even look at the video. Don't even look at it. Just go right from the point where I come out of the tent or when I start hacking when I'm inside. At one point, I took a big breath. And I'm not going to lie to you. You ready for this? I held my breath for most of it. But I couldn't hold it for good. And I took a big breath. You can see me take a big breath. I don't know if you guys noticed this. Check this out. If you go to 4 minutes and 53 seconds of the video, that's when I dive out. I dive out, roll over, get on my hands and knees, and I cough, and smoke comes out of my mouth from coughing. No way. My man, LA Beast in the house. Hope the move went well. Hot tub looked nice. Thank you, LA Beast. I hope you're good, man. Thank you for stopping in. You have no idea how much I appreciate that. Don't know if you saw the grenade in the tent video, but if you want to crawl into a tent with me and have them toss in a grenade, you can see how it works out for me yesterday. It would be a funny video. You let me know. But thanks for being here again, man. But it's crazy. Holy smokes, a legend in the chat, right, Brandon? That's what I'm saying. Dude, listen, I don't care how long you guys have been on YouTube. I promise you, I've been following LA Beast before you guys were. I think he was the first actual YouTuber I ever subscribed to. It was a minute ago. But I started watching the tent video, but didn't finish it. It was nasty, man. It was awful. It was fun. You know what? It was very jackass-like as in the show. But honestly, the howling of everybody, I'm dying, coughing up a lung, and everybody's just like, you would have. And here's what I think: those are his best friends. Those are the people that love him, and he's dying, but boy, they're having a good time with it. It was a good time. All right, so there's a bunch of good new ones coming up. Believe it or not, the stunt yesterday kind of gave me an idea. It kind of spurred some new ideas. So I'm working on a couple of really cool ones. Look at this. Hello, everybody. Who's riding the bus? Says Kevin. You know what I got to do? Hang on a second. I got an idea. I don't know why I'm not doing this. You may not even want it, but you're a moderator now. Since you've made me a moderator on your channel, I now bestow upon you a wrench. Thank you for that. You're a good dude. You know what's funny? One of the reasons I dig LA Beast, go to watch a video. Find a video he hasn't done that isn't straight hilarious. Find one. He's never made a bad one. He's never made an off video. He's never made one just to throw a video up. You know, every one of them are just stupid entertaining. And he has the greatest dry heave and the greatest vomit of anybody who's ever made a video. But I will tell you this, David, the Pepper Apprentice, is a close second. That's not a lie. He really is good. Thank you, Kevin, for real. Drew V, good to see you, dude. Still at work. Thanks for being here, man. Marquis, it's brave to enter the tent with that grenade. I'll tell you, it wasn't nearly as brave entering it after it went off. I thought it happened when I was in there. That would have been brave. You know, let me tell you a little bit of hint. Some funny things that nobody picked up in the video. And if you go back and look at it now, you're like, first of all, I had ear things in, and then I had like Vaseline on the cotton so that the powder wouldn't get in on the earplug, so that powder couldn't penetrate that and get in my ear canal. But before the video happened, I don't know if I should even say this. Yeah, I'm gonna. I went to the bathroom. Should I? I'm gonna. I dropped my shorts. I videotaped. This is a videotape of this. Only Bree's gonna get it. But I saran wrapped my body around my legs, up like think about a saran wrapped sumo thing, but made out of saran wrap. And I saran wrapped it like crazy and wrapped it around. I must have gone around 20 times. The problem was it made me so uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable to move in any direction because I'm a boxer guy, not a brief guy. And this was like very confining. So I did that so that in the event, I didn't want powder to get under there and get on me. It did anyway. But if you watch the video, at one point, Kit comes over and holds a towel up. She didn't look. She was doing one of these numbers. But I took the bathing suit off, and if you look, I took it off. Right on the ground is all this saran wrap that's coated with powder and water. Nobody said, "Hey, what's that by your feet that just dropped while you were behind the towel?" No one even noticed it. Whose idea? You know whose idea that was? That was Sheena.
I don't even know why you did it.
I thought it was going to help. At the time, listen, if you're going to go into a tent with a grenade, you're going to think of anything possible to make that better.
If you're stupid enough to go in a tent with a grenade. What does Saran underwear do for you?
Saran wrap underpants. That's what his nickname was for me yesterday. Saran wrap underpants.
Like SpongeBob.
Right? But that was funny. If you go now that you know that's there, go back and you'll see the saran wrap drop. Here's a weird thing. It's been seen.
Can't help you get undressed.
She wasn't looking. I did it. She just held the towel. But if you look at the video, it's been seen like 14,000 times, which is not a lot, but no one said, "Hey man, what did you drop when you were behind the towel? What was that?" No one even picked up on that, which is strange. I'm kind of surprised. Daniel McLaughlin, good to see you. Where's David now? I notice y'all don't do a lot of content anymore. He graduated. He's no longer college boy. He's now college grad. That's what my nickname is going to be for him now. College grad. Because he's not college boy. He earned that degree. But he's working. He's living his life, man. I think that's what he's doing. I would love to make a video again with him. Who knows? Maybe we will someday. Andy Herbs. Are there cheeses made with super hot? Yeah, there are. There's a few. I can't remember the names of them. If you go to the channel and go to the playlist, there's a cheese category. And some of them are not hot. That I did when my dad was alive because he didn't like spice too bad. But I did every hot cheese you could dream of. All of them. So if you want to check those out, in fact, anybody watching, believe it or not, there are almost 5,000 videos altogether. It's fairly well organized considering the 5,000 number. So if you want to check them, get an idea, you can avoid watching stuff you don't really feel like watching and focus on stuff you do want to watch. So check out the playlist. Look at this one. Oh, here's a great question. Mr. Ray says, "Hey, Skippy, did you see the hot Skittles from Blazing Foods?" Let's see if he has. I don't know. I thought about that. LA Beast. That's, I don't know, man. I don't want to hurt the guy. I like him. Unless I was with him in the video, then I kind of want to hurt him. It's kind of how it works. Box to box. The pepper deep powder was hotter than the fajita powder I did on Tuesday this week with 2 chocolate tamales. Awesome. Clues. Andy, I had some ghost pepper jack one time from the grocery store outlet. Good stuff. I went to I was in Tennessee for like the very first. No, was it Tennessee? No, it was Ohio. The very first for the Veterans Memorial Pepper Contest. There was a chili festival there, and that was the very first event I ever went to. And we did a road trip, and this was funny. We had driven. It was a nightmare to get there. I had like a 24-hour layover somewhere, and it could have taken me 12 hours to drive it if I wanted to. It was a stupid way to get there. However, when I got there, I was just super tired, and they said, "Let's go get some cheese. There's a cheese factory." I said, "How far?" "Just a little up the road." I hadn't slept in a day and a half, and I get in the car, and it was I kid you not, 4-hour drive. I was getting ready to rip somebody's head off. I was so upset. But then we got to this cheese factory. I was like, that's cool. It was worth the ride. When we pulled in, swear to you, it's a true story. We pulled in, there was a parking spot with an Amish wagon, a horse. It had a license plate and a little thing on the back with a little. There were parking spots for Amish there. It's a big Amish country there. But I had some amazing cheese up there that was so good. So there are some companies that make some stellar spicy cheeses. Look into them. They're wonderful, man. Just got some peppers from Bill Corbett. Ken Young. Bill Corbett grows some smoke. Really does, man. Mr. Scoville, are you still having a sleepover tonight? Not tonight. But good, nice try, though. Not tonight. No sleepover. Wouldn't that be a fun thing? Get like a sleepover, get a bunch of people, eat peppers, and crash. Yeah, hot Skittles. We call them Skrittles. They're screaming hot, freeze-dried Skittles. They're amazing. And they really are. You know the weird thing about them? It's only, I'm just going to wrap this up in just a minute, guys. It's only 7-Pop Primo, but I swear to you, it tastes a lot hotter. Check your pockets. Nothing in there. I need hot cheese for chili. You do, Bizzle. In fact, you know what? Around noon tomorrow, I'm going to call you, Bizzle. If you're going to be around, we'll talk a little bit. Got some ideas for you. Chad Matthews says Primo is a hot pepper. You know what? The Louisiana Creeper it's hotter than the Primo. It's hotter than the 7-Pop Primo, and the 7-Pop Primo is piping hot. It's a wicked hot pepper. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up now. Thank you for taking the time to hang out with me. I love all you guys. If you're still in the chat here, LA Beast, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for accepting my wrench. It was an honor to have you, and thank you for the super chat. That meant a lot. But everybody here, thank you for hanging out. It was good chilling with you guys. You're all amazing. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day for this silliness. This isn't nearly as silly as diving into a tent with a grenade, but you know what I mean. I appreciate you guys a lot. Anik, oh no, I'm sorry. What is today? I'll do another live stream tomorrow. All right, so we'll do another one tomorrow. I love you guys a lot. Please take care of yourself. Be nice to somebody. Tell someone you love them tomorrow. I'll see you guys later. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this was Chase the Heat.